All right, I love these. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. I've been so excited for this drop. Yes, dude, I love Jordan 1s. I love Jordan 1 lows. I love the Chicago colorway. It's like one of my favorite colors of a shoe of all time. And I love that they are back. Yep. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG in the original Chicago colorway. The box is simple. They come in a standard Air Jordan 1 box, original styling, original blocking. I think that is great. And I'm gonna get this part out of the way real quick before I forget, because I've been tending to forget lately, but they do come with an additional set of laces. They're white. The ones that come in the shoe are black. You could take your pick or use one of each. It's up to you. As for the shoe itself, we haven't seen these in this particular version in terms of like a nice release. Like we've seen something similar with the Air Jordan 1 lows, the ones with the fat tongues and the wing logo that's on the heel and stuff like that. The ones that are not really like based off of the original model of the Air Jordan 1 low. But we haven't seen this shoe in this particular colorway done like this, at least since about 2015 or so. We did review those back then, and I gotta say that this one is just built slightly nicer. Like the materials are a little bit better. The overall shape is a little bit better, even though I do really love the wide toe box that the 2015 had. These aren't quite as wide, but they also don't fit as wide, so that's a huge plus too. So yeah, I think that the fit here is a little bit better. Again, the materials, just a nicer build altogether. Those were like really thin back in 2015, whereas these are built more like the highs, but in low top form. Now, usually I do a breakdown as far as like how many times this shoe is released and blah, 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 in this colorway and all that stuff, but really in terms of low tops, it's only happened once before, like truly, and that was with that 2015 release. I'm not gonna go over all the high tops and stuff like that, just because I think everybody remembers by now, right? It's been pretty recent. Lost and founds, yada yada. As far as the shoe itself is concerned though, this is slightly altered as far as the upper is concerned from the previous generations of the Air Jordan 1 Low OG. One of the most notable changes is that they've added the eyelet back. There were 7 for quite a while, even though they're supposed to be 8. Don't know what happened there, but they woke up and put them back to the way that they were supposed to be, which is nice. They're also kind of like big and round, like they're bigger holes than they used to be. So they're trying to get that like OG vibe to them. The shoe itself is still not quite like the original because the cup sole is different. This is the modern version of the Air Jordan 1 cup sole versus the 85 edition of the Jordan 1 cup sole. They are different, trust me. If you don't notice it visually, you would if you had both in hand. They do still feature the greatest traction of all time. Traction so good, it'll pop your hip out. Then moving on up, we do have the rubber cup sole. This is not pre-aged, so I think that a lot of people are gonna like this. Like it's not like the Lost and Founds where they were got like that sale look and cracked look and all that stuff. It's not gonna be like that. This is a brand new shoe and they look brand new. That's something that I see in the comments on a regular basis, especially lately, because like every shoe it feels like is sale. This one is not. They're straight up white and red, and it's awesome. Now inside of that cup sole is still a polyurethane wedge. Inside that wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit, and then on top of all of that is this Dream Cell insole. It's not the greatest insole of all time, but it's not glued in either, so you could take that out, swap it out for anything else that you'd like, and then you'll be good to go. Now the upper itself, like I said, this is just better than the 2015 version. The 2015 used, I can't even call it like synthetic. It was synthetic, but like it was the thinnest cuts of stuff, you know what I mean? Like they wrinkled up all weird, they creased all weird. They looked great when they were brand new, or if you went down half a size so that you could minimize that creasing, but it just wasn't like the perfect release. And I'm not gonna say that this is either, but it's closer to being perfect than anything else. I just don't think that anything is truly perfect, so I can't really call it that. But basically, if you like the way that the Air Jordan 1 High OG is built, then you should like this. They are damn near the same thing. The red leather is probably like some of the nicest leather that's used on the shoe, whereas the white panels, they're not quite as nice, but they're still leather, you know what I mean? Like it's, or I mean, most of it. There's still synthetic aspects to it, but like it's not synthetic leather through and through, especially not like that 2015 version. Like that was like primarily synthetic. Now another change that they made between this and some of the previous or most recent Air Jordan 1 Low OGs is the swoosh. The swoosh is just a lot bigger, or I shouldn't say a lot bigger, but it's definitely bigger. I think that it looks great. Some people might not notice, some people might not care, some people might not like it, but I do.
I don't know if it's that it's larger. I feel like it's more classic looking.
What do you mean?
The swoosh. I don't feel like
it's got a weird shape to it.
Yes, like
Yeah.
it looks like
Wispy.
yeah. I'm just saying it has a specific look to it. It's not like perfectly
Right, it's not like super digital looking.
Yeah.
Or not pixelated, but you know what I mean, like made by computer.
Yes.
Where it's so perfect that it's like, oh, you know what I mean? This looks like it was almost like handmade, punched out, sewn on, the way that they used to do it, you know what I mean? And not only is it like that, but it is a little bit larger, so that's a thing, and it takes up more space within the panel. But like I said, you wouldn't notice until you actually get another one. Should I go grab one real quick? Hold on. Okay, so now that I've got these were actually pretty recent. Like this is a 2024 release, so this is last year, okay? So this is a different shoe here than this one. So yeah, the first thing that you'll notice, no sale, right? There's sale on the blue pair, no sale on the red pair. And then the second thing that you'll notice is the swoosh. You can see it. It fills out the space. It is more wispy looking like the original logo instead of more perfect looking like modern Nike logos or swoosh logos. The other thing is that there's 7 eyelets here. There's 8 here. The holes are tiny compared to what you see over here. Like these are much larger holes to thread the lace through and stuff like that. They could have gone a step further and used like an original style lace like they do in some of the 85s or some of the airships. Instead, they're pretty much the same lace that they use in like the previous ones, so it is what it is. And then the one other change that they did is that they did widen the toe box just a little bit. So the paneling is a little bit larger on the red pair. It's not super noticeable, but it is if you have them side by side or if you're like actually wearing them and looking down. The last difference between these and the previous generation would be the back wings logo. The logo on the Chicago pair is debossed, whereas the logo on the blue pair is just kind of like screen printed, I guess, or stamped on there, like it's not pressed into the material. You still have a nylon tongue. It is fairly short, so just like the more modern releases, this is something where they could extend this just a tad, but you know, it's fine. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. It does bother some people, but not me. Nike AirTag at the top looks awesome, and outside of that, I just love them, dude. Like I love this shoe so much. You could put them in low top form, you can put them in mid top form, you can put them in high top form. I just love them every time. Now in terms of sizing, I like to go down half a size in my Air Jordan 1 Low OGs. There's no high top collar with all the additional padding in there, so I do go true to size with the highs, but with the lows, it's just really slimmed out in here. So I go down half a size to make sure that I get a nice snug one-to-one fit. It helps with like heel flop or heel slip, and once they're broken in, they just fit perfect. Like they fit one-to-one. I love them. So I go down half a size. If you're a wide footer, you might want to go true to size or up half a size, just kind of depends. If you can, if possible, try on a different colorway in store. I don't know if these will actually sell out. That'll actually be interesting to see. Like, are these going to move? Are they going to sit? Will they go on sale? I don't know, man. It's 2025. Anything's possible at this point. But with all of that being said, what is today's viewer submitted question of the day?
Chris and Jody, what would you say your personal style is, and does that affect the shoes you buy for yourselves? For example, I love the Air Flight Posit. It's one of my favorite shoes, but I don't own any right now because I know that they don't fit with my wardrobe.
That is an interesting question. You can go first because I know that you're weird.
Why am I weird?
She matches her, she'll match top to bottom. I'll just get mine out of the way real quick. I don't give a what I wear. I wear the same thing like every day. I wear black shorts, basketball shorts, probably a graphic tee, and that's it. And most likely I'm in the same shoe too. It's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be a Jordan 4 or a 3, a Jordan 1 high, or some Vans, some skate shoes, whatever. Like, I don't care what I look like at this point. I'm old. I just don't give a You though, you're trendy, you're on trend. And if you're not on trend, you at least have your own style.
I do. I think that's like the biggest thing is I've reached a point where I want to be comfortable, but I still want to be cute, but comfort trumps cute 95% of the time.
Depending, because she's got to match every color. It could be variations of shades, but like it's got to be there, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this flower matches, like what the like nobody's even seeing that. Very particular, but when it comes to sneakers, you have a taste or a style. It's usually runner.
Yes.
Outside of that though, like you wear Birks and you wear boots.
Yes.
But your clothes though, like will match. Whereas me, I will still look like this and then I'll have my Birks on.
My favorite lately has been he's so in his Birks or slides at home that he'll
oh man, I get halfway to the car and I'm like, where's my shoes? So yeah. But what about you guys? Do you allow your footwear to dictate your clothing choice, or is it your clothing choice that allows you or forces you to dictate what you buy in terms of footwear? I think it's that one. I think that what people wear, much like the viewer, really dictates what they end up purchasing. They might want a Flight Posit. I'm actually right there with them. I just don't think that Flight Posits look good on me. I think that that's an age thing though. Like foam posits, I really want to wear them all the time. But you know, I'm short, I'm old, I'm white. I'm not Penny Hardaway, and I'm not a kid thinking that I want to be Penny Hardaway anymore, so I don't think that that matches my era. But maybe I'm wrong. I think that something like this though is timeless, so I think that this works. It could also just be that it's what I'm used to wearing. But either way, sound off below, let us know. And on top of all of that, what do you think about the Air Jordan 1 Low OG in the original Chicago colorway? I think that this release is fantastic. I really hope that everybody that wants a pair is able to get a pair. I might even try to double up on these. I'm not sure. Who knows? But sound off below, let us know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.